So, last episode, we got the front door working. Sign up, log in, all of it is connected to a real database. Tonight, we're building what's behind the door. So, I'm just going to have my code run in the background. This is the onboarding, and honestly, this is the part of the app I feel most excited to build because this is where Draped stops feeling like an app and starts feeling like an experience. Let me talk about onboarding for a second because I think it's the most underrated screen in any app. Onboarding isn't a tutorial, it's not a form, it's not a checklist of things you set up before you get to the real stuff. Onboarding is the first conversation with your user. It's where they decide whether this app is for them, whether they trust you, and whether they want to stay. You get it wrong, and they churn before they ever see your core feature. So that beautiful thing that you're going to build, no one ever sees it. But if you get it right, they're invested before they've done anything. For Draped, onboarding has two jobs. One, it lets the user choose their stylist, and two, it lets the AI learn who they are. Both of these things have to feel intentional, not like a setup. It has to feel like the experience has already begun. So before I show you the build, one quick decision I wanted to document because it came up and is worth being transparent about. The app makes AI API calls every time someone uploads a photo or has a conversation. So the question is, which AI are we using under the hood? Claude from Anthropic or ChatGPT from OpenAI? I actually built the original version of this, the one that's on my phone that started all of this, using ChatGPT. So there was a real question about whether to switch. For this build, Draped is a portfolio demo. The users are essentially me and a small number of persons who may interact with it once or twice. We're not at scale. We're not going to hit API limits. The cost difference is negligible. We're talking cents per session. And here's the thing. I've been using Claude this entire build, every prompt, every decision, every script. I've been validating the quality of Claude's voice and reasoning in real time while designing a product that depends on voice and reasoning. That's no accident. That's a test. And Claude passed. So, for this build, Claude is what powers Draped. If I'm ever asked why I chose Claude over OpenAI, this is my answer. It's not a default, it's a decision. So, the first onboarding screen is the persona selector. 4 cards, 4 stylists, 1 choice. And so we're just going to give it a few minutes to continue loading and then we'll continue. Excellent. So it's finished. As you can see, it has built the full 3-step onboarding flow. It has drag and drop photo uploads up to 15 images and an AI generated style narrative in the persona's color scheme with editable profile fields has been built, plus a backend function that sends photos to Claude for vision-based style analysis, saves the profile, and immediately deletes the photos. So let's go and test it out. I'm just gonna make sure I enter the password correctly. Nope, we want to. Well, that's embarrassing. You know what? We're going to pause here. We're going to figure out what's going on and we're going to come back and we'll call that episode 3.1.